Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me today. If you're tuning in, chances are you're standing right at the edge of a pretty massive life decision. You're an aspiring entrepreneur, you're focused, and you are looking to build something of your very own. Well, I've been in the trenches, I've navigated those crazy storms, and today I'm going to be your mentor. We're going to explore the absolute rock-bottom foundation of commerce. Because look, before we talk about marketing or scaling or venture capital, we have got to start at square one.
Okay, let's dive into this. 5 simple words. What is a business owner? It's incredibly concise, right? But it carries such a profound weight. I actually want you to just let that sit with you for a second. This is the ultimate starting point. Every massive global corporation, every little local bakery down the street, every freelance agency, they all began with someone, somewhere, wrestling with this exact question. It is literally the gate you have to walk through before your journey can even begin.
Let's move to and see how this builds in Section 1. Defining the terms, deconstructing the question. To truly grasp the deep meaning of what we're talking about, we have to break it down word by word. As a beginner, clarity is absolutely your best friend, and we're going to get perfectly clear right now.
First up, the word business. A business is an entity, a system, or an organization created to offer value and engage in commerce. For you, the aspiring entrepreneur, understanding the business as a structured system is your very first crucial step. A business isn't just a side hustle. It's not a hobby. And it's not just working hard. It's an independent entity. It's a machine that you build from the ground up, designed specifically to solve a problem or offer real value to someone else in the marketplace.
Now, let's shift to defining the word owner. What's really fascinating here is that the word owner is so often completely misunderstood in popular culture. People think it means possessing something shiny, having a fancy title on your door, or just being the boss who gets to tell everyone else what to do. But listen to what it actually demands: the individual who holds ultimate responsibility, control, and risk. It's entirely about bearing the ultimate burden for that system's survival. You own the failures just as much, if not way more, than you own the successes.
Which brings us to Section 2, the weight of ownership, a view from the inside. I really want to guide you into the practical reality of how these two distinct definitions combine into one incredibly demanding role. It's one thing to read a definition, right? It's another entirely to feel the weight of it from the inside. Let's pull back the curtain.
And this brilliantly illustrates the massive paradigm shift you have to make. On one side, you have the passenger, the employee. The passenger gets to just enjoy the ride, look out the window, and trust that they'll arrive at their destination safely. On the other side, you have the captain, the business owner. The captain doesn't get to just sit back and enjoy the view. The captain is actively navigating the storms, checking the radar, and bearing all the operational risk. The passenger can sleep through the turbulence. But the captain has to steer the ship right through it.
Let's expand on these realities a bit. You're the captain, for sure, but you are also a farmer planting a seed for tomorrow. Think about what that takes. It requires extreme patience. When you start out, you are quite literally planting seeds in the dirt. You're watering them, protecting them from the elements, and just waiting. You don't plant a seed and eat the fruit that very same afternoon. It requires delayed gratification and deep, persistent care. That is the actual reality of holding the ultimate responsibility.
So we revisit our central grounding source text. What is a business owner? I'm bringing this back not to be repetitive, but to completely reframe it for you. This isn't just an initial question you ask once and toss aside. It's a continuous reflection. Every true mentor, every seasoned entrepreneur constantly asks themselves this. When things get chaotic, when the market suddenly shifts, you look in the mirror and ask, okay, what is my role here? It acts as a compass to keep you grounded in your ultimate responsibility to the system you've built.
Moving into Section 3, your next steps, crossing the threshold. We've defined the terms and we've looked at the heavy reality of the role. Now it's time to map out how you actually step into this reality. We're talking about crossing the threshold from theory into practice.
So the crucial point is this internal mental sequence required to evolve from a passive observer into an active participant. Step 1, ask the foundational question, which we've just done. Step 2, understand the heavy definitions of business and owner. And step 3, accept the ultimate responsibility. That third step, that's the hardest one. It's the moment you stop looking for someone else to blame and realize that the buck stops entirely with you. You have to internalize these 3 steps before you ever even think about registering an LLC or launching a product.
And we'll end on this. Now that you know the weight of the title, are you ready to become one?
I want to challenge you directly with this final thought. Being a business owner is incredibly demanding. It is heavy, and yeah, it's fraught with risk. But man, it is also one of the most deeply rewarding journeys you can ever possibly embark upon. You've seen the foundation today. The next move is entirely yours. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Take this question with you, and I truly look forward to seeing what you decide to build.